What's going on, guys? Tyler here from T-Rod Outdoors, and today we got another episode of Tackle Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking all about soft plastic swim baits. So without further ado, let's get started. So soft plastic swim baits, I would say for me there's probably three different styles of like how I use them. So I guess style one would probably be on a swim bait style hook with a swivel weighted swim bait hook and just swim it like a bait fish. Style two would probably be on the back of a swim bait or a buzz bait or a swim jig or something that needs a trailer to make it look more like a bait fish. And then style three, it's going to be fluke style baits. I like to do those weightless. Really imitate, it's basically like a jerkbait, but soft plastic jerkbait. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start talking about the soft plastic jerkbait style, or flukes as they're more commonly known as. So I have right here some big bite baits, fluke style baits in white pearl. So, as you can see right here, it's just a fluke style bait. It's got a slotted hook keeper like most fluke style baits do, and then this one has a split tail. So how I'm going to rig that, I'm going to take a new Eagle Claw. These are going to be a 4/0 extra wide gap hook, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the bait. I'm going to go through the nose of the bait, out about 1/4 of an inch down the bait, thread that up and around, where that hook's keeper is. It's like on the belly, so you just slide your hook in. Have a completely weedless soft plastic style jerkbait. So for this one's really good at targeting those bass that are up shallow feeding on shad. The only flukes that I have are white style flukes because I'm trying to imitate the shad in the lakes and rivers that I fish. And white is a perfect example of the shad color. So that's why I like to use white. I'm going to throw this weightless. I'm probably going to be throwing it on very light fluorocarbon, like 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon on a bait casting setup. Probably a shorter rod. I think the rod I normally throw it on is like a 6/6 medium heavy rod. And I like a shorter rod only because when you're twitching it down towards the deck of the boat or the water, you're not splashing the water and hitting your boat with the rod. So that's why I like to use a shorter rod on jerk baits and when I have a twitching style bait like this. So like I said, that is number one, fluke style baits of the swim baits. Style two would be as a trailer. So hook up so my wife doesn't run it over with her car. Alright, so style two would be as a trailer. So right here I just have a buzz bait with no skirt. Whenever I do a trailer on a buzz bait, I normally take the skirts off, and then try to find a beat up trailer in my box of plastics here. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be a paddle tail swim bait, and what you want to do is you just want to slide it over the hook. push the rest of the bait up the hook and over the hook keeper right here. This is the hook keeper that's going to keep that soft plastic up on the hook so it's not falling down. And then there you have a buzzbait with a trailer. Like that. You want to make sure it's as straight as you can get it. This one's a little sideways only because it's been sitting in the box all crooked. So I really like to throw these paddle tail swim baits as a trailer or on a weighted swim bait hook, but most of the time they're just trailers for me. The trailer just adds more of a bait fish presentation when you're throwing something like a buzz bait or chatterbait or a swim jig. It just adds more to that profile to make it look even more real to those largemouth or smallmouth bass. So there's a couple different styles, so to speak, that I use. Like paddle tail swim baits. I don't know if you guys are aware of the Gary Yamamoto Zeikos. I think I had one of them just in here. Where'd it go? Here it is. Nope, here it is. Alright, so this is a Zeiko. It's just missing the actual tail. And these are what I really prefer to throw as trailers. Something that does the side-to-side swimming motion. I have the new Guggen Squad Happy Trailers. I'll take one of those out so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is going to be a white Yappy trailer. As you can see there, their exact color is white pearl shad. That's what they call it. And I really love to throw these as a trailer. It's got many different ribs. It's going to give off vibrations. It's got all these joints back here, so it makes it really easy when it's swimming along with the jig or the buzzbait or the chatterbait that you are using. Or you could even throw them on the back of a spinnerbait. So let's see, I got a spinnerbait up here I'll take out. Got a new Z-Man sling blade. Take this guy out of the package. This is a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait. Okay, and how I would rig this happy trailer is I want the pearl to be, the silver to be up top. So I'm just going to look at it and line it up. Push the hook point down through. Try to keep it in the middle. Do your best to keep it in the middle. You think you'd be lined up. Push that bait around. Push it all the way up to the hook keeper. And then just like that, as you can see, it just adds more to the presentation of a swimming bait fish there. And then these blades really give off some vibration as well as some thump in the water. Makes it look like schooling bait fish, so to speak. To give that a try out on the river this week, that'll catch them. So, like I said, that is what I like to use 9 times out of 10 if I'm doing a trailer. I'll use something like that. But sometimes the paddle tails have their advantage too. So right here we have Guggen Baits Saucy Swimmer. This color is Electric Shad. Take one of these out. And the Electric Shad, it's like green pumpkin on the top. And then on the bottom side, it's like a translucent clear, and then green flake and blue flake in there. Don't know how well that camera's picking that up. But these are really good as trailers as well, because that paddle tail will give off a different motion than the happy trailer will, because this one's just doing a swimming back and forth, side to side motion, and this one's going to be thumping that paddle tail all around, causing more vibrations in the water column. So like I said, each of them have their pros and cons, but 9 times out of 10 I'll have a happy trailer style bait on the back of like a spinner bait or a chatter bait. But when you're talking about swim jigs, I really like to throw a saucy swimmer on the back of my swim jigs. I don't have any swim jigs that this would match with right now, so I won't ruin this bait. But this would be perfect for a swim jig, or just standalone on a swim bait hook, a weighted swim bait hook. Probably a bait this small, you probably only need like an 1/8 ounce swim bait hook, maybe a 1/4 ounce swim bait hook. But then if you go up to like the 3.8 inch saucy swimmer, that's when you want to get down lower in that water column, targeting the big bass. I would say to move up to like a 3/8 style weighted swim bait hook. So that's all I got on soft plastic swim baits. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next week when we're talking all about soft plastic creature style baits. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.